Alright, so I am going to film another tutorial for you guys, and this one is going to be a Valentine's Day design. It is a bee, and then it says mine, like be mine. I thought that was kind of cute. And so instead of the traditional black and yellow design for the bee, we're going to do a light pink, dark pink, and white bee. So we have different stripes, and those are going to alternate between light pink and dark pink. And then we have the wings, which are going to be white, and then we're also going to do black for the stingers and the antennas. So we're going to start with the dark pink string, and we're going to start on this stripe down here on the bottom. So we're just going to loop the string into a knot, and we're going to put that around any nail within that bottom stripe. And then we're going to do a double knot. We loop the string around. We have a loop and a tail. We're going to pull our tail through our loop, which I missed the first time, so I just had to redo it. And then we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut that excess string off, leaving just a little tail. So the first step is we are going to outline the outside of this stripe, and then there to there. So now that we have the outside of the design or this stripe outlined, we are going to fill in the string using a random, however you like, pattern. Sometimes I just, wherever the string goes, I put it there. Just as long as the design gets all filled in. So I am pretty satisfied with how that is filled in. Now we are going to complete the outline for this section. So we're going to make the outline a little bolder so that way it sticks out more. We already outlined the outside of the design. So now we're just going to go through and outline the inside and between the nails. So how we're going to do that is we're going to take the string, we're going to put a line on the inside and make an X in between the nails. And we're going to do that again for this one. So we have a line on the inside and then an X between the nails. And then these three nails right here for the stinger, I'm actually going to skip those because the black for the stinger will outline those. So I'm just going to go from this nail over to this nail. And then we're going to do the same thing for these three nails. We're going to do a line on the inside and an X in the middle. Line on the inside, X in the middle. And then again, these nails right here, I'm not going to do the extra outline because when we put the light pink string right there, we will do that outline for that section. So we're just going to skip that part. So next what we're going to do is we're going to skip this section because that's going to be light pink, and we're going to move up to this section with our dark pink string. One thing I want to tell you is when you don't have any string right here, we're just going to take our string and we are just going to outline our way up to that section. And then when we do the light pink string, that will cover those strings right there. So we're going to do the same thing. We are going to outline the outside of this section. I was outlining the inside. So we're going to outline the outside of this stripe. And if you notice with this one, there's little inlays because we have the wings that are starting right here. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fill in this section, and then we're going to outline the outside of we're going to do the extra outline. So we only have to do between these two nails and between these two nails because again, the string that goes in the wings will cover everything else and then the light pink. So I'm going to quickly finish the dark pink, and then I will show you guys how we're going to do the light pink. All right, so as you can see, I finished the three sections with the dark pink, and now we're going to move on to the light pink. The difference with the light pink string is we unfortunately can't take the string between the dark pink because we're not going to be re-outlining, so it won't cover it. So we're going to start again at the bottom with our double knot. Missed again. It's important that you use your finger to hold the string onto the nail so it doesn't come off like I keep doing. We're going to leave a little tail, and again we're just going to outline the outside of the stripe. once we get back to the nail that we started on, we are going to just do the random pattern between the nails. It can be as filled in as you would like it to, or you can leave it kind of open a little bit. However you want it done is the best part about making these string arts yourself, is you can do it however you would like. So I'm actually gonna call that section good. So now we're gonna go around and do the outlining, and you're gonna do the line on the inside and the cross between each nails all the way around the design. Because we are going to do where we did not do that dark pink string. And then we also have to cover up this dark pink right here that we kind of cheated and took up to the other section. So we gotta make sure we get that covered as well. Then once we get back to the nail that we started on, we are going to tie it off, which I will show you guys how to complete that. So I started on this corner nail right here. I'm gonna cut off, leaving about 3 to 4 inches of string. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna push that string down on that nail. We're gonna wrap the string around the nail. So we have a loop, you can see my loop right there, and then a tail, which is hanging on my string right here, or my finger. So we're gonna pull that tail through that loop, keeping our finger on the nail so it doesn't slip off, and we're gonna pull it pretty tight. And then we're gonna do that for a second time. We're gonna wrap the string around, so we have a loop and a tail, and we're gonna pull the tail through the loop, keeping our finger on the nail until we know that it is tight. And then we're just gonna cut this string, leaving a small tail at the end. And if you want, you can put some Mod Podge or some clear glue on there just to extra secure it. Sometimes I do that if the string rips and pulls off, and it just gives it a little bit of extra security. So we're gonna do the same steps for this pink, light pink right here, and then the light pink right here. And we're gonna do the same things for the white of the wings. So I will show you guys all that in a fast video. All right, the last step to finish our bee is the stinger and the wings. So I'm gonna start with the stinger because that's kind of the same as everything we've been doing. We just use the double knot method to tie it onto a nail, clip it, outline the outside of it, and then this one, not very big. We're gonna do our double outline. So we're gonna put a line on the inside and then across through the middle. And this one we are gonna do all the way around. Keep slipping. So sometimes when that happens, when the string slips off, that just means you need to like push it down on the nail a little bit to kind of give you a little bit more of a lip at the top to be able to wrap the string around. And that can happen when you have multiple colors going onto one string or one nail. It's just extra string on the nail. So we're all done. We're gonna leave 3 to 4 inches at the end and cut it off. And then we're gonna do our loop around the nail. So we have our loop and our tail. We're gonna pull the tail through the loop. And we're gonna do that one more time. Then we are going to cut it off. One thing I did want to tell you guys about the wings that you probably saw during the time-lapse video is there are these nails going down the middle to kind of split the wing to make it look like a wing. So I just strung around those nails, and then when I was doing the outline, when I got to like this nail, I did an outline on one side of the nail and then coming back up, I did the other side and the X in the middle. And then once I got back up to this top nail, I just continued going around the wing, and I did that on both sides. I forgot to tell you guys that, and I didn't want you to get confused about these nails going down the middle. They just separate it to make it look like wings. And now we are going to do the antennas. These ones are a little bit different because we're not doing any stringing in the middle. It's just going to be outlining. So we're going to start, I always tie it onto the end or the last nail in the antenna. We're going to do the double knot again. And then this one you want to leave kind of a smaller tail so that way we can tuck it under when we're all done. So we are going to outline one side of the antenna, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put a line up and then an X in the middle. And we're just going to do that, line up, X in the middle. We're just going to do that till we get back to our original nail that we started on. And same thing, we're gonna cut it. I cut that one kind of long, but usually 3 to 4 inches. We're gonna wrap it around so we have a loop and a tail. We're gonna pull our tail through the loop. We're gonna do that twice. And then I always like to make sure that the tail is lined up with the string, so that way when we cut our tail, we can kind of like push it so it matches, so it doesn't stick out. You might have to like play with it a little bit. And then we're gonna do the same thing for the other antenna. We're gonna start on the last nail. You like it? Then we are all done with our pink and white bee for Valentine's Day.